Welcome back to Half Moon's Picks. Week 17 is here. The last week of the 2020 season is in play. Finally, the worst season, worst year, in my opinion, in forever. Last week I did 1 and 3. Yeah, 1 and 3 on my top video picks. But my under and overs on my Twitter, I went 2-0 and 1. So if you would have bet units wise, I lost 2 units on my video play and I won 2 units on my Twitter plays. I did cast my 3-team teaser again, so then you would have been up, and my survival pool passed as I had Buffalo, if anybody's in that survival at all. So I was up. If you got 1 unit on the 3-team teaser, then you're up 1 unit. Nothing to write home about. There was, I think, 4 teams that if you win, you're in it, and they all 4 lost. Unbelievable. Also, I think I had 8 under and overs overall, and I had 3 pushes, I believe, and that was because and you notice you're gonna get a push is when the first touchdown of the game, and they missed the extra point. Right there, it happened to the Lions game. Happened to the New England game, and you're like right there. New England scores a touchdown, blam, missed the extra point. There you go, you got to push. Same with the Lions game as well. And then at the end of that Lions game, Lions, okay. So when I had Lions plus 10, I think it was. They said Matt Stafford's healthy. What I read, they had. Everything's set to go. I'm saying the Lions are home. I'm taking 10 points, healthy Stafford. And then, he went out the first set of downs. Unbelievable. He's like, twisted his ankle on top of having, cracked ribs and, broken thumb and everything else under the sun. I was like, oh my goodness. So, I just hammered on the live betting and bet against them. I even had a Tampa Bay 30 ticket. I was just hammering so hard against the Lions, and that cash. So, I saw the cardboard cutouts in Lions Stadium leave the stadium because that's how bad it was, and the final score is 47-7. So, anywho, it's been one of those crazy years, man. I've never seen Lions in my history of my life lose 47-7. Let's just, dive into, I got a couple of comments of the week. I want to note them. Week 17 is usually, I say, stay away from betting. Anything can happen. All divisional games. A lot of people resting starters. A lot of playoff implications, are in play. Definitely, some games are worth watching. Others, not so much. So, take it what it is. I'll give you my opinion on every single game, but it's just going to be a brief rundown. The comment of the week, we got Richard Doyle. There may be no wild card from the NFC East, but yet every team is a joker. Oh, I just love that comment. Yeah, they are so bad. Just looking at that division, you look at Washington, who's lost 2 games in a row, and still, leading the division to get a chance to go into playoffs. Dallas, now they're in last place and won the last 3 games. They're the only upswing of the whole division. The Giants lost the last 3 games, and they are out of it as of this week. And Philadelphia, who lost the last 2 games, they are out of it as well. The only team that wants to win looks like Dallas, and they might get it. So, this will be the worst division in the world. You got 5-10, 5-10, 4-10-1, 6-9. Is the Washington. It's just unbelievably bad. And it's like, here, you take it. It's like, the Keystone Cops and they're playing football. Next comment of the week, we got Steve Farewell. He's great fan of the show. Happy holidays, Moon. Keep the show going. There's always room for improvement. Yep. Next year, for those who are still listening to this channel, next year I'm going to do a confidence points against the spread pool, probably on Yahoo. Give a top 1, 2, 3 prize winnings. And for those who don't jump in on week 1, I'm also going to give a prize winning to the most weeks 1. So say you jump in like week 5, you're like, oh, I missed it. You can still get a chance you win 2 or 3 weeks, and how many weeks you've won, and put you in there as well. So, I have something for somebody. I don't make a lot of money on this channel, that's for sure. Everything usually I make on this channel, I throw back into, gambling and having fun with it, So I just do this for having fun, for the sport of things. And I think with the Yahoo pool next year, I think it'll be a lot more sport in it. So also, a lot of people like my unders and overs. I do pretty good on that every year. If you want me to make 2 videos, maybe starting next year, I do an under-over video, or just keep the Twitter. Just comment below, let me know if you just like the Twitter the way it is, or you'd like to see more videos per week starting next year. So let me know. I'm also riding on the point, with, I don't know how much the prizes are going to be. I'm also going on, if it's a better year than this year, what the prize money is going to be like, as far as, because 2020 is just so devastating to many things with many people. Hoping to bring a little bit more profit next year as far as income goes. We'll see. Like I said, I'm just a small channel. I don't know. See what goes. Just give me some comments below. Let me know. I'm basing all this off on what you guys write in the comments. So, all right, let's get on with the picks. And my number 4 pick of the week, my upset pick of the week, we got the Washington Redskins traveling to the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles are a 2-point home dog. Washington Redskins, win and you're in it. Basically, that's how it goes. Dwayne Haskins got cut from the team, and he is now a free agent. He was, kind of a young, immature guy. He had his girlfriend's birthday party and then tweeted all these pictures of him not wearing a face shield or mask at all. It looked like there was a bunch of strippers there. Look, I thought it was like a strip club. I don't know, just like looking at the pictures. And they thought, well, we'll see how he plays on the field and whether he's, worth keeping or not. And obviously, he had 0 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He had a 36.9 QB rating. Horrible. They just said, peace out, man. And they're going to go with Taylor Heineke, starts as quarterback, their 3rd stringer. I think it's 4th stringer, wasn't he? Yeah, 4th stringer. Against Philadelphia, who's at home. And they lost last week. They're out of the playoffs. Here they are, just going to play spoiler. Jalen Hurts, I think, he might be an up-and-comer quarterback, soon. He's still a rookie. He's still learning the ropes. I think they're just going to play spoiler. And if we ain't in, you ain't in. So give me the Philadelphia Eagles plus 2 points. And my 3rd pick of the week, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to the Cleveland Browns. The Pittsburgh Steelers are a 10-point road dog. And a lot of people, oh, Pittsburgh, 10 points, blah, blah, blah. Mike Tomlin did go on press, say, okay, we are benching Ben Roethlisberger. He's sitting out. We are in the division. We're in the 3rd seat. Nothing, we don't need really much of anything that, as far as standing-wise going into the playoffs. We just want to make sure he's healthy. Cleveland, just got beat by the Jets last week. Shouldn't be giving 10 points to anything. I think even Pittsburgh with resting, Ben Roethlisberger is still better than the Jets. Like, come on, seriously. There's just way too many points for me. This is a divisional game. Usually this game, even with Ben, I've seen it before. Even I want to say a year or 2 ago. And Pittsburgh won by 7, barely. The Browns had a chance to come back and win it. It was a close game. It's definitely no 10-point spread game. So give me Pittsburgh plus those 10 points. My number 2 pick of the week, we got the Dallas Cowboys traveling to the New York Giants. The Dallas Cowboys are a 3-point road favorite. Basically, Dallas gets another win and they're in it. They've won their last 3 games in a row, where the Giants have lost their last 3 games in a row. Giants, they still kind of in it. They need a win to beat Dallas, and they need a Washington loss. It's a slim chance. Earlier this year, the Giants did lose by 3 in Dallas. But this Dallas team seems to be a lot more improved. Daniel Jones did seem to be a little bit better last week, but they did get blown out by the Baltimore Ravens. Dallas, Andy Dalton dropping dimes. I think, I'm not a big Dallas fan. I bet against them the last two or 3 weeks, and here they just, win against me every week. Of course, the opposing team, didn't play so well last week. Totally disproved me everything I had to say about Dallas. So, give me Dallas on the road, -3 points. And my number 1 pick of the week, we got the Green Bay Packers traveling to the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears are a 5.5 point home dog. Green Bay, they clinched the NFC North. So Green Bay keeps the number 1 seat with a win or with the Seattle loss. Chicago, they need a win or they need a Arizona loss. They're at home. Last year they beat the Packers 24-17 back in 2019. I think this is a close divisional game. 5.5 points, just over that fence line. I think this might be a field goal game either way. So give me Chicago plus 5.5 points. Alright, that about wraps things up here. All games, like I said, are played on Sunday. That's why my video came in a little bit late. I'm trying to get all the information I can before producing a video and make my picks thoroughly, not just rushing something out, just sitting by the bedside and just rambling. I got a ton of notes here and just getting all the information, what games mean what and what games mean nothing. And I will explain that to you as I break down every single game on all my leans here. My 3-team teaser this week, I got the Miami Dolphins plus 10 points, the Tennessee Titans minus a half a point, or just on the money line, or the Philadelphia Eagles plus 9 points. My survival, if you're still in it, I'm taking the Tennessee Titans as my survival pick. Alright, let me run down the teams as they're being played. I'm going to go through the 1 o'clock games and the 4 o'clock games and then the single night game at the end to finish off week 17. The first game I got the Minnesota Vikings traveling to Detroit. Minnesota is a 7-point road favorite. Taking Minnesota all day long. Detroit, I seriously not think they're starting Stafford. He is so broken. Like I said, he only managed to make it, like 3 downs before getting hurt again. I think if they plan on trading him next year, they want to keep him healthy as possible, so they're not going to start him. Detroit's backup, Chase Daniel, he is not a very good one, and they might even bring in their 3rd stringer to see if he's worth keeping. I know Daniels is a decent backup quarterback, but I forgot what's his name, the 3rd string quarterback. He played last year. Oh, he's just bad as well. So, Minnesota, even if they rest their starters, I think it's a far better team than Detroit. So give me the Minnesota Vikings -7. Next 1 o'clock game, we have another no meaningful game. We got the Atlanta Falcons traveling to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay is a favorite at home, 6.5 points. They already clinched the division, whether they're starting Brady or not, or any of their starters. Atlanta has is a divisional game. They might just, there's no reason, there's no spoiler here at all. So Atlanta will probably start their players, because why not? They have no playoffs and just finish off the season on a good note. So give me the Atlanta Falcons plus 6.5. Hopefully it'll get to 7 points on game day. So give me Atlanta Falcons plus 6.5 points. Next, we got another no meaningful game. Is the New York Jets traveling to the New England Patriots. The New York Jets won their last 2 games. The Jets wanted to make sure they didn't get that 1st round draft pick. They'd probably get the 2nd round draft pick. New England, 3 points. Bill Belichick did say Cam Newton's probably starting the last game of the season. So this game, it's going to be a low-scoring affair. Like I said, I haven't did my under and overs yet. I'm taking the Jets. Why not? 3 times the charm. Give me New York Jets plus 3 on the road. Next, we got the Miami Dolphins traveling to the Buffalo Bills. Miami Dolphins needs a win and they're in, or they need a Baltimore, Cleveland, and Indianapolis loss to get in the playoffs. They're not going to count on those 3 games as they're starting on a 1 o'clock game. They're playing Buffalo, who has clinched the AFC East, and they're probably the 2 seat. The only thing that Buffalo's got to play for them is to knock out their divisional competition, the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins have been playing well. The Tua, that game manager. A lot of people say, oh, he looked like Russell Wilson at the beginning of the year. I think he looks more like Bridgewater over in Carolina. Game manager, good. Short pass, run. And that's why. In another game, that was that Raiders game they played last week. The refs just got too involved in the game clinching last second Hail Mary that the Raiders did, and they just brushed his shoulder. They call it pass interference, and then Raiders should have won that game. But since their defense is so bad that Miami came in, with some Fitz magic, came in and won the game. It was unbelievable. It was a great game last week. Great game. I think Miami they might do the same thing this week. Bringing Fitz magic if they're down and win the game. So give me Miami plus that 3 points. Next was the last 1 o'clock game. We got the Baltimore Ravens traveling to the Cincinnati Bengals. Baltimore Ravens 13.5 points. I like Baltimore. I had them picked at my Super Bowl prediction week 1. If you go back, you'll see I picked the Baltimore Ravens at the New Orleans Saints for the Super Bowl. Baltimore still outside looking in. You can clinch it by getting a win. Cincinnati beat Pittsburgh and Houston in the last 2 weeks, but Baltimore, they need this. I don't think it's going to be a 13.5 point game. I got Cincinnati at home with 13 points. It'd probably go 14.5 by game time. So give me Cincinnati plus that 13.5 points. Next starts the 4 o'clock games. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to the Indianapolis Colts. The only game Jacksonville has won this season was against the Colts in week 1. The Indianapolis Colts, they need a win to clinch the division. Either that or a Tennessee loss or tie. The playoff, to get into the playoffs, they need a win with the Baltimore, Cleveland, or Miami loss. Indianapolis, 14 points, man. It's just a divisional game, 14 points. You just gotta look at the numbers here. I know how bad Jacksonville has been. They haven't been covering the spread at all, even with these high numbers. But man, you think of the divisional game with that high number, you think maybe you get more points, 14.5. You get that 3-score push. Yeah, so give me Jacksonville again with the 14 points. Like I said, probably not betting on this game. If I do, it'd be very little. So give me Jacksonville with the points. Next, we got the Tennessee Titans traveling to the Houston Texans. The Tennessee Titans are 7.5 point road favorites. They get the title, they just have to win. Win or get an Indianapolis loss. Like I said, Indianapolis needs this game. They're both playing at the same time. They're going to do a lot of scoreboard watching on each game for each of them. Most likely, one's going to get the division and one's going to get the the playoff berth. They're both playoff bound. I believe it's going to happen. Houston, they lost to Cincinnati, and Deshaun Watson. I think he got injured on his throwing arm, but he still thinks he's going to play. I don't think he's 100%. So I'm taking Tennessee minus that 7.5 points. Next, we got the Arizona Cardinals traveling to the Los Angeles Rams. Arizona needs a win with the Chicago loss to make it into the playoffs. That was another team last week. I thought you just win and you're in, but they just can't win it. Unbelievable, man. Hello. The Rams, Goff. If you don't get the running game going, that is everything on Goff's shoulders. He's just bad decision maker. Last couple weeks, I'm not kidding you. I'm watching this game, and he's running for the first down, and he slides short of the first down marker. Why would you do that? And they mark it like a yard or two back when you start the slide. So why would you do that? It makes no sense. It's like one was 3rd and 17. He throws a 2-yard pass. Hello? Another one. He fumbles the ball on a quarterback sneak on the goal line. What are you thinking? He just had so many bonehead moves. I just watched that game from start to finish. It's just unbelievable. I mean, how bad he played. A lot of people are on him. I'm picking Arizona as they, seem to be, winning a little bit better. This is such an even game. I just, winner probably wins by field goals. Wide receiver Cooper Kupp is on COVID list. He might not play. So give me Arizona plus those 4 points. Next, we got the New Orleans Saints traveling to the Carolina Panthers. New Orleans Saints clinched the NFC North. They are seat number 2. They can get the first seat still if Green Bay loses and Seattle wins. Carolina, they'll probably start their starters. New Orleans, they'll be doing like scoreboard watching as they play the same time Green Bay plays. I think they are going to win 6.5 points. See, you don't know how this game's going to end. They might have a strong lead and they look at Green Bay. Green Bay's winning 30-0. Then they could rest their starters. You just don't know. Right now, I'm picking the Saints minus 6.5. But Carolina's divisional game. They might want to play spoiler. If they lose, it really means not much of anything. Give me New Orleans minus 6.5. I'm probably not betting on this game, but that's who I'm picking if I'm, a gun to the head kind of thing. Next, we got the LA Chargers traveling to the Kansas City Chiefs. This game has no meaning at all. Justin Herbert been playing well. I love him. He's a great player. Was he from Oregon? It's like Kansas City clinched it. They're probably going to rest a bunch of starters. They probably, knowing Andy Reid, they'll probably play him first set of downs, and then after that, all backup. So give me the Chargers minus 3.5 points. Next, we got the Seattle Seahawks traveling to the San Francisco 49ers. Seattle Seahawks, 5.5 point road favorite. The Seahawks have clinched the NFC West. They're number 3 seat, and they can still get the number 1 seat with a win and with a Green Bay and New Orleans loss. So that could possibly happen. San Francisco might want to play spoiler. Last game of the season. This is their Super Bowl basically. So give me San Francisco 49ers plus 5.5. Just, not putting anything on this game and just hoping the 49ers play that spoiler game. Next, we got the Las Vegas Raiders traveling to Denver. Another no-meaning game. The Vegas Raiders defense is just so bad. Denver's at home, hard to place, and you're getting points on top of it. You're getting a field goal, 2.5 points, probably 3 points by game day, maybe. So give me Denver plus 2.5 points at home. Well, that about wraps it up. I hope you still watching this video. I will have videos on the playoffs as they go by. There's only a handful of weeks left. Super Bowl. Last year, like you watched last year's video, I nailed a whole bunch of bets on that game. Even won quite a few pools as I just brought in the numbers. But this year, just so I don't want to toot my horn because that pretty much blows everything up for me. And this year's just been so wacky. But just stay involved, even if it's just newsworthy or you're just seeing what I pick and anything I might add to what you're selecting. So I will see you next week. Thanks again for stopping by. Don't forget to leave a comment below. Give a like or subscribe to the channel if you're new. And let me know what you think for next year. What would you like me to add? So I will see you next week. Peace.
Want to look like a pro? CustomJerseysPro.com has what you need for any sport. Create your custom jersey by color or style from thousands of designs made for you or your team. Use PIX as a discount code at checkout and save an extra 8% on your next order. Remember, CustomJerseysPro.com and be the next professional in your neighborhood.
You enjoy placing a few bucks on your favorite team? Maybe try your hand at cards or on the slots. Use me as a reference and head over to my Twitter and click on the link below and receive a new member bonus and help support this channel. Bovada, just better.
Next, we got the Tennessee Titans traveling to the Houston. Next, we got the Tennessee Titans traveling to the Houston. Why do I say Houston Astros? Unbelievable.